So good morning and happy Friday. Mhm. All right, I'm going to be going over the document storage feature that was added for USAS and USPS. And then Lori's going to take over and show those of you that have inventory how to upload your reports to the document storage there. So the document storage is now the hub for the report bundles that are generated in USPS, USAS, and the fiscal year report bundle that goes into inventory. It's replaced the file archives. We've successfully migrated everybody's file archives to the new document storage. And now that that module has been installed in your instances, all your newly generated report bundles will automatically go to the document storage. Okay, so I'm going to go into our USPS just to show you where to go. In both instances, it's the same way you're going to get to the file archives, or that you did get to the file archives. Okay, so you're going to go do your utilities. You're still going to see the file archive option, but nothing's going to be there. They said eventually they'll remove that from the drop down, but you'll see document storage is right above it. So this is ours. I'm not going to open any of the actual reports, but this will just show you the tabs. So in payroll, you're going to have the payroll archive tab, which contains your payroll reports that are associated with your per pays, your monthly, calendar, and fiscal year report bundles. The pay form archive is going to be your pay slips. The W-2 archive is going to house your W-2s. The other tab is going to be for any other reports that don't fit into the categories that are already there. You have your audit reports that are going to show your SOC 1 audit jobs and the district audit jobs and anything that's been scheduled through the job scheduler for that. So now the migration and the search. Right now, these are only going to be there for admin roles and manager roles. SSDT is working on, hopefully it's not coming out in this release, but hopefully one of the next releases, they're going to have it to where the standard roles can also have the search option. But right now, it's just going to be the managers that have this search option. But the migration is what we use to migrate everybody, from the documents or from the file archives to this new doc store. And then here's the new search feature. And I'll show you more on that search in a demo. But you do see where you have your categories here. So if you want to go to a specific category and do a search, you can click it. Or if you just leave none of them checked and do a search, it's going to search all of the tabs. Okay, so now the grid icons, pretty much the same as what you're used to seeing. This create collection will let you create a new collection and upload documents into it. I'm going to show you in the USAS demo I have, like where you can upload a report and, using that create collection, but you can do that in any of the tabs if you want to create your own collection and upload things into it. And again, the scheduled report bundles are automatic. You have your eyeball that's going to let you view your pen and paper to edit. The up arrow is going to be to upload documents in. The down one for download, and the X is going to be delete. However, only admin roles.
Your screen is not showing. I see you.
Oh,
I see her screen. I see her screen.
oh, hold on 1 second here.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Now for the delete, only admin roles can delete. And speaking with the roles, so for USPS, right now, the standard user can only view and download in all the tabs. They're again working on the search feature, so hopefully within the next release or two, they'll have that available for the standard user. Group manager can actually do everything but delete. So they can view, edit, upload, and download, and they'll have the search feature. When it comes to reopening periods, and this goes for both instances, if you reopen a period, the bundle will automatically run again when the period is closed. So if a report bundle already exists for the period in document storage, a second copy of the reports is going to be added when you go to close. So if you would want the original bundle deleted, just send a ticket to F staff and let us know what it is you want deleted, and we can delete so you don't have multiple bundles in there if you do have to open, reopen and close periods. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this and go in. I did a demo for our USAS, which it's just a demo, so it's doesn't have much in it. Just to show you that. Any questions so far? All right. So in USAS, same thing. You're going to go to your utilities.
Your last is up on.
Oh, I have my Zoom thing over here. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you're going to do your utilities document storage. And you have your tabs in here as well, your monthly reports, which again, this is a demo, so there's not much in here. Is going to house, excuse me, your monthly period when you close it, the fiscal year. Once you close June is where your fiscal year goes. The calendar year will be added when December period is closed. The calendar year one will also store a copy of your 1099 print files, a copy of your 1099 submission extract file. It says the transmitter report and the 1099 PDF report. And any reference or printer sealers, if you use those copies, that will all go in the calendar year reports. The other, again, houses things that don't fall in your other tabs. Same thing with your audit reports as USPS, your district audit jobs, and the SOC 1 audit jobs. And like I said, most of you probably won't see these migration and search tabs, but that's what we use to move your file archives. And like I said, right now, just the manager and admin can have the search feature at this time. Okay. So with USAS, it's a little different with the roles for the standard. They actually have, you'll be able to view, edit, upload, and download in all the tabs. To where in USPS, it was only view in download, I believe. Check that again. Yes, so you can do, the standard user right now has a little more features that you can do. And again, they are adding the search to the standard user, like I said, hopefully within the next couple releases. And like I said, the icons are all the same as far as your grid stuff goes. All right, now I'm going to show here, I downloaded a vendor listing report, and these I just had downloaded and put in. Again, this is a demo, so there's not a lot of info. But if you wanted to create and upload stuff into USPS and USAS, you would hit your create and put in your description first. So I did a vendor listing report. You have to hit save first. So once you hit save, it's going to save it, and you see down here where it put it in your description, so your collection. Then it lets you hit the upload here. So when you do your upload, you can either hit the select files to go wherever you have it saved, or you can actually drag and drop. So I have it saved right here. I can drag it down. And now you see it is in my vendor listing report. So it's pretty simple there to get your reports if you want to upload something in there. Okay, now so for the search, this is only going to show my other category because there's no reports in these other ones, but you saw in the USPS that all the categories were listed there to search. So just a couple features with the search. It's pretty self-explanatory. You put in what you want to search. You can narrow down by your categories if you want, or again, leave it blank. Click search. It's going to show total hits over here. You can do searches with multiple words. You can do it within quotes if you would like. I'll show a couple examples here in a minute. Or you can do or for multiple. You can do the asterisk. They have that as a wildcard search. Again, I'll show you an example. You can do a plus for an and a minus to exclude as far as your search tips there. Okay, so again, in this demo, there's not a whole lot to search, but just to show you, so if I put in, say the word school, it brings up to the left here, it shows which report, which you can jump right to the PDF. It shows the category that it was in and which collection it was in. And then beside that, it's going to show the specific spots within that report that that word is located in. Okay, and you see up here it has 2 hits. And again, there's only a few reports in there. Now that wild card, which I was playing around with, if you would put an asterisk after school in search, you see it increases the hits here. And that wild card will just bring up any word and then it's anything that continues after school, since that's where I put it. So you'll see obviously schools with an S. We had something in there that was school net. So it's just going to include any variation of that word before the asterisk. Now you'll see down here, it said 6 total hits. It loads 5 on a page. So you see down here, you can hit load more and it'll bring that last one up that it concludes. So if you have a lot, which we searched some other things, just playing around with it. And unfortunately, you can only load 5 at a time. So if you're sifting through a lot, you can just keep hitting that load more and it'll just keep adding more to your screen there. Another one I put in, so if you want to say like account stuff or you're looking, I just first there's 300. It says 4 hits on that, shows the reports and where you'll see that. But then if you want to add more to it, it's going to bring up anywhere that has the 300 with other stuff along with the 4516. So if you want it specific to just begin like that beginning account, you put it in quotes. Maybe. Now it narrowed it down to 1 hit and you see everything it pulled up is what's specifically within the quotes. So just to kind of narrow things down that way. So again, that's pretty self-explanatory there on the search. I'm going to show you, Melissa had said I could use her as an example, and I just did some screenshots here. So in USPS, whoop, see if we can make this bigger. All right. So this is in our payroll. I did a search and I just put in Crosley and you'll see 4,885 hits. It shows over here, where you can keep loading more results, what reports Crosley shows up in, and you're also going to see it didn't just bring up Melissa. We have her son here as well. So it's going to bring up any Crosley. So there's those, but then I put in, if I put Melissa Crosley in next, and you see it was 4,000 hits when I put Melissa in, it jumped up to 8,000 because now it's going to bring up any Melissa, which we have multiple in the office. And Rich will also come up in here too, because it's going to pull up Melissa or Crosley, anything where those names are coming up. So if you wanted to get specific and only pull her, I put her in quotes. Now it dropped the total hits down and specifically brought her up and shows all the reports that she's specifically in, just her name. Okay, and again, you got your load more results there. That's pretty much it with the doc store and the tabs in the search feature. Does anybody have any questions? Like I said, hopefully within the next release or two, that search will be available, for standard users as well.
There is a question.
Okay.
It doesn't look like I have access to anything in the USPS, but I do in USAS. What does Matt need to do so I have access in USPS? Tammy Wells. So
So Tammy, so in USPS, you said you have no features because a standard user can only view and download right now in USPS.
I think she flip-flopped that.
Joy has a special access. He doesn't have a standard, she's not a standard user.
We're looking into that. Just give me one moment here. Yeah.
Maybe because of her access.
Yeah, we could look, if you send a ticket in, we can look and check what your roles are.
I was gonna send us a screenshot of what she can.
Yeah, if you want, put a ticket in and send a screenshot. But yeah, it does say, like I said, USPS standard user, it can view and download in payroll, but in USAS, you should be able to have the option to view, edit, download, and upload in those.
Okay, Tammy has access in USPS. I believe it's USAS that she doesn't have access in.
Okay, so Melissa was just saying Tammy does not have access in
She does have access in USPS.
USPS.
And I'm checking USAS
Yeah.
right now for her.
You do have access in there. So yeah, let us know which one
Tell her send it to.
specifically. Yeah. Tammy, send us a screenshot and we can look further into that as far as what permissions and rules you have.
Joy has a special access. She doesn't have standard user.
Yeah. And Tammy Wells does have standard user in USAS.
Okay, so
She has
And
access to
USAS.
both. USAS.
you should, yeah, send us a screenshot so we can take a look at that because it does look like you have access in both of those.
What are you gonna say? I don't know what we said. She knows she can standard user.
Yeah, she has her own role.
After what? Just tell Joy.
Okay,
She has different access.
Joy, it looks like you have different access than standard.
Have Roxanne send a ticket to add
So, yeah,
this added privilege.
yeah, so Roxanne could send a ticket in
Add the
to
privilege.
add another access for you for that. Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions?
Is someone else on Tammy Wells?
Let's see, Tammy said, looks like you have access to anything in USPS.
Because I
Don't have
looked
access
at
to
her
payroll.
in this and she has standards.
That's why I want to see a screenshot.
Yeah, Tammy, send us a screenshot so we can look into that, see what's going on. Now, there was an issue, we had a ticket that in the other category for those that have that, can see that on your instances. For some reason, you weren't able to view any of the stuff that was in that other box. And if you tried to upload it, the screen was just kind of getting stuck and we tried it and it did the same thing. So we had a ticket in and they did put out a release tonight that should update. That's supposed to fix that bug. So if anybody noticed that, that should be fixed as far as having, things get stuck on the other screen or having an issue uploading stuff. So. Okay, all right. And again, Tammy, send us a screenshot so we can look more into you. And next, if anybody else has any other questions, you can throw it in the chat or unmute.
Well, how do I take over?
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. So now Lori's going to go ahead and show everybody that has inventory how to upload and get all your reports into the inventory instance. So just give us a moment here to get that switched.
Okay, I'm switching it right in. Oh, please, can you see?
Yes, I see.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your files.
Can you see my my inventory?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, you have a split screen.
Yeah, a split screen. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Whoops, you can just see my inventory now, right? How about that, Aaron?
And now you see your inventory.
Okay. So I am going to show you inventory, which a lot of you, this will all be new. So with inventory, they've created document storage. You don't have the same search options like Aaron had just showed you, but now we will be able to store your reports. So with inventory, you're going to need to import your files that you have saved on your computer. You're going to go, just like with all the other instances, you're going to go into document storage and you're going to create a collection. So if you were to close 2026, inventory will put your files out here in document storage, but for all prior years, you are going to have to upload them yourself. I want to change my screen sharing. Let me change where this is. I want to share that. What do you see now, Aaron?
Show your inventory.
Or emergency.
Okay, can I change this over to here?
Now it's split.
Let's
See your file.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So now I want to change it here. And now you see my files, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to zoom over here. And I want to change my screen that I'm sharing. Where is it? So yes. Wow, what do you see, Aaron?
Your inventory on the left and your reports on the right.
Okay, cool. Now I can't see him. Oh, okay, there we go. And I need to turn my video on, correct? Or my picture? Or my background? You can't see my
Now you
face?
just have to help
Okay. How do I make my face show up?
your camera.
Yeah, my
Hit the
camera's
video
up.
at the bottom where audio is.
You just stop sharing. To
Oh,
make
no.
your face show up.
There you
No,
go.
no, there.
Oh,
Okay, so. All right, so you see my screen, my two split screens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in inventory on my left, and now to import prior periods in my document storage, I want to create a collection, and I'm going to create fiscal year 2024. I'm in actually OME-RESA's inventory, and I've saved all of uploading until we got to this roundtable. Once you create this part, the identification of the year you're going to import, you just want to hit create at this point so that it actually creates the folder. Once you create the folder, you will be able to upload your files. Now, oh, no, did not want to minimize that. Oh, do you see Holden? I want to bring that back. Where did that go? There it is. Okay, so we want to import these files over into our document store. And I am not real fluent in that. When you're importing your files, we cannot upload zipped files. We have to upload just the individual files themselves. Staff inventory 2024. And at this point, we can actually just drag and drop. But inventory has a whole bunch of different files in your folders, I'm guessing. So you can either select a file and drag it and drop it. And boy, is that taking a second. The server's not available. I hope not.
You had no problem when you did that before.
No, I did not. So I can go to where is my OME-RESA folder? Okay, what am I missing? My F stack. OME-RESA's. Where my server is not available. Let me try and drag and drop that again. Okay, that time my server was available. So it dragged and dropped the file. And here it is. You don't have to drag and drop them individually. You can drag and drop many of them at a time, but you just cannot drag and drop a zipped folder. If the folder is zipped, you won't be able to open it within inventory. You'll have to download an entire zipped folder and then to your computer and then open it from there. See, my server's still not available. So once everything, your files are all loaded into inventory, say we don't like what we did. You can actually delete the files right out of your folder. So I'm just going to say I don't want any of them, and I'm going to delete them. And again, your access has to be manager access at this point. Anyone without manager access can't delete. In inventory, there is no search feature. So the only thing you can do is actually bring the files up and look at them. At this point, they haven't added that search because these are external and and it will not search through the files for you. So on your computers, most of you have stored your inventory reports from year to year. If there's extra reports that you ran or maybe spreadsheets that you created yourself, you can import those into your inventory and store them however you wish. Naming your years, this whole naming convention is up to you in your district and what you decide. But once the system starts closing your fiscal years going forward, it will create your bundles and put them out here for you. And starting with, like, as of right now, as soon as the document store went live, the reports will no longer be emailed to you. They will go straight here to your document storage. Are there any questions? It's really simple. It's just like working within your own drives.
You have a chat, Lori.
Yeah, which my auditors. Mm, they will have access to, yes, they will have access to them because they get standard user read-only access. They will have the same access as a standard user. But they will have read-only because that is what they get, read-only. So they will be able to see your reports. And it's, like I said, it is so easy. I personally have,
Do one more.
I've personally uploaded a zipped file. One of Missy's zipped folders that she had, I loaded it into inventory and I was like, oh, I can't do that. I had to delete and start over again, which is nice because you have the ability to delete stuff. But again, delete is not always a good tool. Just have to be careful.
Asking about the auditors having access, they have the same access like file archive, like you.
Right. They have standard user read-only access. So they will be able to see them. So if you have spreadsheets, like Excel spreadsheets or a Word document, you can import that into the fiscal year that you want it to go into. Anything else? That is how easy it is.
Tell them well, that fix isn't gonna be until next time for the surge.
For-
They gave us something, but it doesn't say when,
For the inventory?
for surge,
Oh, for search and inventory?
for search and all.
Oh, for all of them, for the standard user?
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I have. If you have any questions, just put a ticket in. And if you don't have certain access that you need to have, just have your treasurer send us a message and we'll get what you guys need. I don't have anything else. Will inventory be updated to the listen, Terry, we're in the 20th century right now. I'm really happy having document storage. It may be, I don't know. I don't know what 21st century would be like for inventory. Is there something specific?
I was gonna put in an enhancement request. We always take those.
Okay. If no one has any other questions on any, not just inventory, if you have a question that came up about payroll or USAS, if you still have any questions about those, please ask. Okay. Well, thank you all very much for your time. Have a nice weekend. Gosh, and let's hope it warms up soon. You stopped recording?